Welcome to Clubhouse.
Hey.
All right, how'd it do, guys?
Hey.
Not bad. Pretty good. Except according to Mike. Mike, you're reaching out for the older crowd.
I thought it was starting out like some Pantera, and then Mike's like, "Man, what's this soft stuff?"
What is this, Hall of Notes?
Some people,
some Rammstein.
people you can never satisfy, right?
Yeah. All that comes from Canva. What is this, Daughtry? Goodness, man, it's been a week already.
Yeah, it
Where
had.
did the time go?
Right?
Last
Seems
week
like seems like only yesterday. So, Scott, for those on the that are listening on the podcast, we want to say thank you, and we want to say thank you to everyone that is in green in the chat for being a channel supporter. You guys are kick-ass. Scott says, Ham Radio Clubhouse, we love it. HRC, where hams get together, the squelch is loose, and don't talk radios.
We love Scott.
Look,
Thank you, Scott.
radio. Okay.
Well, we said that from day one.
Wait, I got a radio.
We've been true since day one.
Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. I got a radio.
Yeah,
We're not
that's
going to be talking tuners.
It's still a radio.
capacitors. We're not going to be talking about reactance and resistance. And
We don't want to talk about things we don't know about.
you can go other places
Let's be
to
real.
talk
There are
about it.
people that are way smarter than I am when it comes to all the technicalities of ham radio. I'm not
Right.
gonna.
You hear?
I can't say what I was gonna say. I'm not gonna put it in the door.
Did you hear the Smoking Ape explaining the shacking off vertical center antenna thing?
No, I missed it.
Oh, you got to check that out.
That's like the latest and greatest antenna.
Well, that's why we
Yeah.
have experts like Don N5SKT.
Here's the matching network right here.
Oh,
Is that a 49-1 or 59 to 56 to 1?
It's a 50 ohm matching network. That's all we know.
How many how many sheets can you get out of that?
Oh, speaking of, he's here.
Yeah, speaking of,
Oh, there he is.
he
There we go. There he is. This is what happens to say Beetlejuice 3 times.
No, we just said the Earth is round, and he shows up to debate it.
So we have a very important question here. Evan says, when is my name going to be on the billboard at the beginning? Well, if you see level 2 and higher, one of the perks is a special shout out at the beginning of each, or a special shout out on stream. So if you are QR Zombie, I believe that's the second level, QR Zombie and above, then your name gets added to that. If you are gifted a QR Zombie subscription, then we hope that you continue. But if not, then your name stays down there through the duration that you have gifted that sub.
I thought he was talking about LWC billboard. I'm like, we don't do that.
We don't do
No, we
billboards,
don't do
man.
that stuff here.
Which,
Evan,
I mean,
you got to
tried
have
to get y'all to do
Evan.
it.
Well, this is what we're gonna do, Evan. I'll broker a meeting between you and Molson, and you're gonna have to kiss the ring. You know how it goes around here, man.
what? Okay.
If Molson's happy, we're all happy, man.
I like Evan. Evan's a cool guy.
I'm not saying he's not a cool guy. I know he's a cool guy. I coded with him.
He just blessed
Evan's like, what membership am I? Do I look like a secretary, Evan? Do you think Let me go through your paperwork. Let me find your file.
If you're over 99 cents, so because the first level is 99 cents. If you're over 99 cents, then that's the people there get categorized by their level of membership.
Mm-hmm.
Hey guys, guess what? I went
Yes.
to America this weekend.
What?
Really?
Oh,
Yeah.
They let you. They let you.
They
in?
let you in?
They let me in. It was amazing. I went to go get. So remember that package of mail I talked about that ham radio dude sent me with a pie and so
that
I
you were
bought
supposed
a-
to pick up last year?
yeah I bought so
There was a lot of snow. There was a lot of snow and ice.
so finally I was like, oh, I gotta go because I had like the 5th warning from the ship it shop. So I went across to. I took my son and I went. We went through. Went to the mail place. They're like, sorry, we don't have a record of anything under your name. I'm like, no. Trust me, you have a record of it. So I'm like, but to be fair with you, it might be
Ask Vinny in the back. He's got it.
you might have
Right.
disposed of it, right? So he's like, well, let me go look. Let me go look in the other bin. Anyways, so he finds it. He comes with a box that's open. The top's open. And of course, the pie was, disposed of. But the resistors, he sent me some big resistors. They're upstairs, I think. For my,
Wait a minute. They threw away a pie?
Well, they didn't throw. They say they disposed of it.
Oh,
Right?
gotcha.
They
I was about to say,
disposed
so
of
they
it.
confiscated it, and somebody got a free
confiscated that
pie.
bad boy. Mm-hmm.
Somebody got a pie. But of course, the resistors were left in there because they didn't know what the hell to do with those.
Yeah.
So, anyways, Whoa, my mic's moving. So anyway, so get the resistors, whatever. It's my fault. I lose my money on the pie. So my son and I go eat. We go back to Canadian Customs. We're on our way in. They're like, "So what were you doing there?" I'm like, "Well, I went to the shipping shop." They're like, "What did you get?" And I'm like, "Parcel from my buddy in wherever he's from." Okay, what's the value? I'm like,
$1.
I'm like, I don't know. That's debatable. He's like, what do you mean? I said, I don't know, $4. He bought it at a swap shop. He's like, well, what is it? I'm like, they're resistors. And then my son gets the box, and of course, you pull it out, and it's like, I got to get these things. Like, if you don't know what they are, they're very suspicious looking, right? Especially coming into Canada. Like, what's that for? I'm like, well,
come here into the interrogation room. Come over here.
So listen, so I said to the guy, I'm like, yeah, I'm in amateur radio, and it's for I'm building a dummy load. And then the guy's face just like he cracked a smile. He's like, what? I'm like, this is pointless. It's a dummy load. That's what we call it. He's like, whatever. It's what? How much do you think? I'm like, $4. He's like, get out of here, go.
They're gonna make you cough. They're gonna make you cough, if you know what I mean.
So my son's like,
say hello to my little friend.
Because these guys, they look like, you could take the skinniest twig, not intimidating at all. They put them in this bulletproof vest. They put on the glasses. They were all official. They don't smile. They look like they're going to tear you apart as you come through customs. And then all of a sudden, he has his biggest grin and his teeth are showing. And my son's like, that was hilarious. The minute you said dummy load, it looked like he wanted to crack up laughing. I'm like, well... Hey, why not? So
let the memes begin, boys.
Whatever lets it get across the border.
Yeah,
I want to see a cartoon of Molson climbing over the wall.
there's no wall.
With diodes and stuff coming out of his pocket.
It's the north, Izzo. We don't have walls up there.
No, there's
we have very polite people in big hats.
There's lakes.
Only have wall in Texas.
Unfortunately, guys.
Arizona.
You laugh about that, but unfortunately, 10 people passed away just last week trying to go across through the St. Lawrence River in the rapids. So it's about 5 minutes from me. It's pretty dangerous. So, yeah, wear a life jacket. Sorry, it sounds bad, but wear a life jacket.
And a raincoat.
Can imagine so.
This is
I was about to say it's probably pretty chilly too.
It's brutal. Listen, it's pretty sad.
Hypothermia, yeah.
Oh, it's very sad. So, anyways, whatever. That was my travels to the America. My son. So, is it America, or is it?
No, it's America.
It's
no,
America.
But the redneck way of saying it.
No,
America?
America. We don't know. We don't support that.
Oh, listen.
America.
You're not from South Georgia.
See, Joe Britt can tell you.
You can see who's the city boy over there. How do you guys pronounce it? Is it America? Because my son's like. He does like these silent A. He's like, America. Like
you gotta put some Randy Savage.
America. Hey, America.
Derek says the Canadian border's on the honor system.
What you got there, eh? Dummy load? Okay, go ahead.
Okay, go ahead.
Sorry.
You have diode. You got diodes and capacitors. Go ahead.
Hey, look at that. Super chat 10 from Evan. $10. Complaint department. Izzo, please turn your tube name so that you can be tagged in the chat.
He has to have his YouTube open under his personal account.
I think the schedule needs to be discussed.
What does he need me to do?
I guess he wants to put your YouTube channel in where you say studying for extra.
No,
where they can tag
guys,
you.
No, my YouTube channel right now is just kind of sitting there. We've discussed this. I really
No.
Well, then what are you talking about then? Then I'm missing. I'm old.
So right now I can go at K5YVY and it auto populates because Joe Brett is in. See, I just did it. He's in the chat. You're not on YouTube watching the show on silent.
All right, stand by. All right, hang on. Let me log into it. Hang on. I can do this.
Oh my God. You seen it here first, folks.
It's not going to do no good if you're not going to watch it.
We got ads now.
Yeah,
we got ads. Wait, skip the ads.
Also want to say I got a shout out for Colt 45 Terry, 4-month membership, and Radioactive Ryan for the 4-month membership. Thank you guys. I just saw your chat scroll by. I'm trying to make sure I didn't miss anybody. Thank you guys for sticking with us. This is awesome.
All right.
Mike's got it pretty straightforward right there. Teach the OM how to string.
I just did it. All right, I logged in.
And
So-
links for all of our channels are in the description for those that are new or those of you that may be listening on the podcast. Go ahead,
So
Joe.
should I finish my my update since I hijacked the stream for a couple minutes there?
Yeah, go right
Absolutely.
ahead.
What grinds your gears? Go ahead.
No, I got something cool to talk about later or interesting. Besides for that, there's not much more, guys. That's pretty much the adventure of my weekend was going to America, and yeah, honestly, guys, it feels like I was at the border. They're like, when was the last time you came to the States? I was like, 3 years ago.
It's been 84 years.
before the world shut down.
Did you tell him I'm only here because I want Dairy Queen and a Dunkin' Donuts and
Dude, no, so that's no lie. So I think
Papa
Derek,
John pizza?
listen, Derek, I think, or maybe Evan was the one. The other night we were in the Discord chat, and they're like, "Hey, April is 89-cent Blizzard month at Dairy Queen." I'm like, "What?"
What?
He's like, "Yeah."
Whoa.
So I look,
What?
dude, they're like $7, $8 here. Anyways, I look it up, and it's in
I'll be
the
back.
United States. He's going to Dairy Queen.
You want Dairy
I looked it up in I looked it up in the US. It's only in the US. It's not in Canada. So I was like, family, make sure your passports are up to date. We're going to be going over.
We're going
to the
across
US.
the border
Oh,
to get.
Can you imagine? It's just
Get
going to
Blizzard.
be like Chevy Chase in Christmas or one of the vacation movies and the wood panel Zamboni and everything, or in that minivan of his.
Listen, you guys
You're gonna
laugh,
pack
but
the minivan.
if I go, my wife and my kids, if we all go to DQ, it's like $50, $60.
Mm-hmm.
Just-
That's crazy.
like, it's insane. Like I don't know
That's-
what they
that's
like your
insane. I
regular
agree.
cost is there, but like if
It's
89
cheap here.
cents.
Like really cheap here.
Yeah.
Arthur Heron, member for 4 months, says thanks even if we don't get much ham radio content. Appreciate you, buddy. And those that are in the chat that see that, if you're a channel member, once a month you have a free message that doesn't cost. It looks like a super chat, but it doesn't cost anything. Just hit the little dollar sign. You can post a message, and it'll tell us how long you've been a member for. And I have the streams chat open so I can see that because that doesn't show up in StreamYard.
You know what? It's so Mike says, how many blizzards do you need to buy to save the gas money to make it worth it? So it's literally a 7-8 minute drive over to the US for me. I don't pay toll because to go through the res, so that's $7 saving there.
What state
And
do you
I
choose?
can get
What state do you choose to come in? Like, is it New
I,
York?
well if I can drive right into New York State.
That's easier for you.
so-
Okay.
So 7-minute drive to get into the States. I don't pay any toll, and there's a gas station on the way back that is typically 10 cents cheaper a liter. So
Wait, couldn't you just
Because-
fuel up over in the U.S. side? It'd be cheaper.
you know it's funny, but I forget what it is, but if you drive
Comes
over
to
to the
most of them.
States to fill up and you come back, you can actually I think you get penalized on that one there. Like
You have to
there's
tell them how much
really
gas
messed
you
up.
got when you leave.
You got to declare it.
So that's okay. Yeah, that's right.
I'm
So
leaving the
Smoking Ape
U.S. with a
says
half a tank.
Smoking Ape goes LOL at per liter. So it's about 40 cents a gallon savings on the
I'm still
highways.
stuck on you
Wow.
said penalized.
penalized.
I'm picturing him opening the hatchback of the minivan. Here's a radio. Here's my kids. We stopped at the at Old Navy. We stopped at Dairy Queen. And oh, by the way, this is how much
I
gas
topped off with gas while I was there.
Oh, if you're in the
Christ.
States for like short period of time, like half an hour, I think that's where they have some whatever. This is a ham radio show where we don't talk about ham radio.
Well, since
I
you
will
brought it
say-
up,
Listen,
Go
if
ahead,
you
Steve.
we stopped at Red Lobster. And I took a few extra.
download the Dairy Queen app, you get a small blizzard for 85 cents.
Even in Canada,
I mean, it's an
Dan-
anniversary deal going on, right?
Maybe.
Dan-
I don't know.
Daniel don't do small though.
No, dude, it's large and large
That's
only. Look at me, I'm larger than
That's
life.
not what
And
she
Evan,
said.
I see that. Evan said
Not
he
what I
had
said.
Dairy Queen for lunch today.
so
That's amazing.
Jody said it happens. A BC woman drove to the U.S. to buy gas and received a $5,700 fine.
Oh,
Yeah.
Are you
that's not
kidding
funny.
me?
That's not
Yeah.
funny. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Mike, thanks for the upgrade.
Well, I think it has to do something with that you travel to the
Ew.
States and purchase something that was a consumable that would be, like you didn't do like you only drove like 10 kilometers into the States or 4 miles and then you come back it's a consumable that should have been used for your trip, and it wasn't. It was to avoid taxes because in Canada,
Come down
we're
to my
heavily
house
taxed,
then.
so
You come to my
it's a whole
house.
tax evasion thing. So there's regulations on that.
Yeah.
Whatever. Doesn't
I
matter.
will say, so about a few years ago, I went to Europe and we drove from Frankfurt to Amsterdam.
European
We were
vacation.
stopping. We were going to stop and refill the car on the way back, and I looked, and the sign said $1.34, and I was like, "This has got to be the cheapest gasoline I've ever
Sucker.
seen." Yeah, it's $1.34 a liter. I was like, "Oh, snap!"
Yep.
Well, so this
I think
weekend
I think it ended up being like 190, about almost $200 to fill up.
Ah,
Yeah.
Yeah, it was $1.45, $1.46 this weekend. I got it for $1.34, something like that. But yeah, that's what it was. Whatever, gas is expensive. What do you want to say? So anyway, somebody else. Joe Brett, how was your week, buddy?
The week or the weekend? The weekend was pretty good.
Yeah.
We had plans. I done made arrangements with the XYL. You know, it's like, hey, I'm going to be on the radio. We got a contest. We got a Mississippi QSO party that was Saturday.
Nice.
I had planned on doing all 12 hours, but Mother Nature said, or are you brave enough to keep your antennas connected? So I had the shack disconnected, and then so this is my way of thinking here. So I was tasked with going to get groceries Friday evening after work.
there we go.
I did not. Instead, me and the youngest son went out and ate some groceries and come back home.
There you go.
And the next day, the wife's like, I thought you were supposed to go get groceries. I was like, yeah, I'm going to do that today. Well, I thought you had your contest. Well, I'm going to go get groceries, then I'll contest. Why didn't you do it yesterday? Well, because I didn't want to spend a lot of money on groceries. And then a tornado come through and blow them all away. And
Hey, that's planning ahead.
and then I don't
Joe,
have
you're
grocery
smart.
money or groceries.
Hey, you're thinking ahead there.
I said, so I'm
Nothing
going to
wrong
let the
with that.
storms pass by, and then I'm going to go grocery shopping.
Guys, remember this alibi.
Yeah.
Remember this alibi when you need to use an alibi. This is the Joe Brett
Yeah,
alibi.
exactly.
Yeah, so we ended up out of 12 hours of the QSO party, I got 3 hours and 1 minute of operating time in, according to my score sheet. I did not beat my last score, which is what I always aim to do, is just to beat my last score. But I did beat my score from last year, because last year was 0 because I didn't participate for some reason. But still had fun doing that. And then last week during work was it was crazy trying to. The POC radios that I put a video out on, I didn't realize so many people might be a little interested in those. So that video's reacted quite well. So I need to get on the rest of the videos of them that I planned. But last week, I think at work we experienced things that you do not experience maybe once or twice a year, or
Dude.
once every year or 2 or 3 around here anyway. And we had it all in like 2 or 3 days. It was
Yeah,
crazy.
that's nuts.
So
I
we
don't,
went
know, I
from.
don't know what you can talk about and what you can't talk about.
I
but
talked about it
holy
all, man.
cow.
I mean, of course,
That was
we
public
had.
record.
Yeah, right. So we had the court thing coming up last week. We had court cases and stuff, and then which we planned on that. That's normal, but we didn't plan on the shooting that got us out at 3:00 in the morning until after daylight, and then the pursuit that somebody decided not to stop for the state patrol in the midst of that, which was that was really bad luck on them because they chased them right into where all the other state police was at because of the shooting.
You're just saying.
Yeah, and then we got woke up, or let's see, no, I come home to relax, and phone rings, said, hey, I don't know if you want to go or not, but we got a plane crash. I'm like, yeah.
Might as well.
Yeah. It had two occupants, and we can't find one of them, so I said, okay, on my way. Good note, though, we did use the drone to locate the missing occupant, and they are well and recovering.
Nice.
So that
Excellent.
was
So the
nice.
drone squad achieved its purpose.
Right, finally.
Finally.
That's what I told the boss man. I said, when we get back to the office, everybody else can kiss our ass now. We found somebody.
Instead of Ghostbusters, Drone Buster.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, was that your first successful outing with it? Joe?
Yeah, man. We would be great if we could be hired by deer hunters and small game hunters and stuff.
Joe,
'Cause there's
you
not-
need the
That's
jumpsuit.
a whole new
He
meaning to
needs the
spot button.
jumpsuit with the patches on them. I'm telling you, we'll hook you up. You need the old ambulance.
Izzo's working on it right now.
Right.
Working on it right now. I'll have it done before the end of the show.
Alpha
I'm-
team.
I'm still waiting on my
Deer in the back
onesie.
corner.
Your onesie.
Oh God. So playing catch up in the chat. Ham Radio 2.0 Jason, thanks for the 4 months, buddy. We appreciate it. Don N5SKT, also with the 4 months, says the best DQs are in Texas.
Okay.
I agree with him.
I mean, I'd rather Whataburger than DQ, but that's me.
That's true. And
Okay.
to answer the Smoking Apes question, why did I go to Amsterdam? It's because they have fantastic coffee.
Yeah, coffee. That's
Coffee.
what
Another alibi.
So, Dunn says the best DQs are in Texas. That's got to be, well, I don't know. Steve's not in Texas, but Whataburger. We got one in the capital of Mississippi, and it's just a burger, man. I don't get it. The fries ain't even, like, they're just fries.
Fries.
Yeah.
Just like everybody goes ape shit over In-N-Out burger.
In and out,
Tastes
Jack
like
in the
a
Box.
hamburger.
You know.
Tastes like a hamburger.
Mhm.
It's still cow. You can only make cow taste a certain way, a couple different ways. I don't know what you can do with the cow to make it be all special. Other than
Ask
the fact,
Molson.
we have a
Ask
place
Molson
down the
that
street.
question.
We have a place down the street. It's called JC's Burger House, and they don't use any frozen meat. Like all of their meat
Okay.
is fresh.
So they say.
That is a good. I watched them.
There's cows out back, you know. And
Yeah,
That's the only way to get it any fresher.
knock the horns off of it.
When you're
Jody with the 4
When you
months.
got
He
one
said, "This
arm-
is how you waste a free anniversary chat." I agree, buddy.
Yeah, but you get a call out for it, so enjoy that.
Enjoy it. I have had an uneventful week, unlike my compadres here.
Well, that's nice.
Yeah, I didn't do a thing but work.
Yeah.
How's the
I
weather
did,
looking tonight?
Oh, you know, it's a good question because I saw that we were part of the alert for the area, and I have not looked at radar. So
The lights
see.
hadn't flickered yet. So.
the lights haven't flickered yet, and hopefully this new radar program doesn't crash my computer where I can't stream. So,
And he's gone.
and I'm gone.
Nice.
Nope, so good. So far, so good. I think they told us between midnight and 3 a.m. I think is when we're
Okay.
supposed to. The weather's supposed to move through here, and I think we're just gonna get a little bit of hail. The tornado stuff is more going to be north and east up there, and
I
I
was so
feel bad for those
confused,
folks in Iowa with it back-to-back weeks, man.
Oh yeah, I was confused for the Mississippi weather, which is not unusual. Anybody who lives in Mississippi is confused about the weather, but you know that they were talking about it being bad tonight. You know, I told y'all late last week. I said, "Hey guys, this stuff's supposed to be pretty bad about showtime Tuesday night. I may not be there, but man, it's great outside. Need to be outside playing some ball or something." But evidently, that's been pushed back to tomorrow night into early morning.
Weather forecasters wrong 50% of the time and still keep the
And
job.
still, yeah, and get a great paycheck for it. Scout75 says, steam that burger on a bed of onions. Now you're talking a good burger. White Castle, make bad choices while drunk and stay home. That's what
White
we call
Castle
it.
and Crystals. Yep.
Crystals, White Castle, and Whataburger. All of them are good after 2 a.m.
Yeah, that is true.
or after the Clubhouse stream.
It's been many years, but
Not going to deny that.
Usually I just go straight to the refrigerator and be like, man, are there any leftovers? I suddenly got
DoorDash.
Taco Bell. Taco Bell.
sure as hell ain't going to go
Those
drive and
pizza
pick
rolls.
anything up.
Those pizza rolls are looking pretty damn good at that hour.
Call the Uber. You bring me a pizza.
Yeah, no kidding.
You can do that.
Apparently, we have a fan, someone who's not a fan of crystals.
What
Yeah.
Crystal do to you? She's a nice lady.
She was on the main stage last night.
There we go. Now we're officially off the rails. All right. So who had 26 minutes, 30 seconds in that pool?
We made it a half hour. What are you talking about?
Jesus.
So do we go
you
through
just-
everybody?
What's that?
Did we go through everybody?
No, we haven't gone through Izzo officially, and we haven't gone through Steve.
And don't worry, this show will go downhill when you go. That's a guarantee. So.
I have a really something I saw, so I can't wait to get through everybody and then have a conversation about something. It's kind of like
The crowd cannot wait either.
Yeah, they're on pins and needles. Steve, how are you, man?
Doing well. Finally getting stuff to slow down a little bit with work. It's going to pick back up. I know, not a big deal. Got a high school buddy coming in town this weekend, so no videos from me unless I get them done Saturday. Hopefully the wife will be at work, so that'll give me.
What
some
are you
video
editing
time.
with, by the way?
DaVinci.
Okay.
I switched over to DaVinci.
Okay. I've been debating. I saw Mike and them were chatting about DaVinci in the chat.
Yep. But I've got a radio to build. So
That's a radio?
That's a radio.
Do tell.
The True SDX.
Ooh.
I bought one off Amazon. I
Nice.
caught crap for it because got the delivery notifications.
Mhm.
What'd you spend $100 on? Oops.
I mean, that's a cheap radio, though.
Yeah.
For $100.
And then I also got a Fox.
You could have said I could have bought another Flex. So, come on.
Yeah.
That's
I
right.
could have I
Very
got
good,
another
Joe.
7610.
Very good, guys. Say alibis.
But yeah, I'm going to do
I see.
a video on how to program a Fox for fox hunting.
So is that
I
just like
always
a...
want to do that.
I have two. Is that like just a regular transmitter? Or...
Mhm.
Don says those are fun to build, by the way, the True STX.
This one, you can actually program it with the DTMF tones.
Ooh.
So,
Okay.
and I'm going to use
So
that
do you
in
want
the
to?
class
Can you
coming up.
open the box to that True STX and kind of show the contents of it?
No, he's got to do his unboxing video first.
No,
No, I'm
we
not
don't do
doing
unboxing videos. We only got 70 people watching, and he has thousands of people that watch his channel.
Oh, let
so
T.O. do that.
He's got
good at
plenty.
that.
He's got plenty of views. I'm just curious what it looks like when they send them. John Sills, thanks for the 4 months, buddy. We appreciate it.
So,
You know, they don't let me tag people that does their little, what John Seals just did, whatever you call that. I can't
Were they-
add them. I guess they hadn't typed a regular message or something.
so
I don't know.
comes in a nice little plastic box. I'm going to cover up the serial number there because the actual kits now from DL2MAN are serialized, and that's the way you get your firmware update.
Oh, cool. Were they being? I'm assuming that there were nefarious people that were doing.
Yeah, there were quite a few, even group buys that had issues with not putting out full power and then trying to go back on him. So
Okay. Ed Sweeney for the 4 months. Man, look at all these folks giving us the shout out. That's like a reverse shout out because that just shows us who's supporting the channel. Man, y'all are awesome.
Thank you.
hey, there's Caitlin.
Caitlin,
Hey.
please copy. Caitlin is in the chat.
Well,
Who in
I
the
was going
chat?
to say
Who?
she was the 20-meter queen for Missouri QSO.
Nice.
Excellent.
So,
So
Good to hear
what's the build time on one of those? Do you think?
oh, that's a good question. I haven't looked. Don, help me out. I know you built one. in
Well, Don can
5SKT.
probably do it in 15 minutes.
Exactly.
Because he's
Blindfolded.
Don. Blindfolded,
Right.
yeah. So I was just curious if is that considered like a novice build, or do you need to be kind of experienced? Would that be a good kit for, say, someone who just upgraded to general and are upgrade by the end of April?
Right. Scale of
Graham?
1 to 10. 1 to 10 being 10 being an expert. What do you think?
It's probably an intermediate build.
Okay, so between like a 4 and a 7,
Yeah.
5 and a 7. Yeah. Okay.
Look at this. 45 Auto says, thanks myself, Smoke Silver and RF, for starting the Upgrade by April challenge. Passed my extra test on Saturday.
No
That
kidding.
is
Awesome.
flipping awesome.
Awesome, man.
That is awesome. And
Congratulations.
Steve, I think you need to
Congratulations.
change him in the spreadsheet.
Done.
Awesome.
Excellent. We're very happy.
If you go look, I've got it open.
Nice.
So
Well, I have our feed open on the other side, so I can't.
Yep.
I don't want to screw that up.
and those that have signed up for it, I will. If I have your call sign, I will go pull your email and send you the link to go ahead and sign up for the test.
You want
So
to
I
drop
get
it
my
in the
VEs
drop the
lined up.
sign up for the for the extra by the end of April, the Google Doc for those that may be here in the chat that haven't signed up that might want to?
Yep. Let me go find that. Give me just a minute. Go for it.
gotta do all the-
Scout says, how many swear per minute? This should be the scale of how you build something. At what point do you start swearing?
Well, okay. So if you build that, the true SDX should not be a problem.
How many swear words per minute? And
Oh,
then
wait.
at some point you
I have
start
another
making,
one to build.
Me too. Well, I have its larger brother to build.
And I'm actually going to video this one and try not to bleep out the entire.
Did I tell you how I filmed when I made mine?
Mm-hmm.
I did a whole video on it. And then by the time I got done, there was so many bleeps from the swear words. I was like, okay, I can either start over from scratch and just voice over the whole thing,
Why
or
do
I
you
just
think I bought a
scrap the whole
second one?
video. Yeah, it's like, you know what? Screw it, I'm done.
Did you save that? I hope you saved that. I want that
No.
compressed. Oh, you should
No.
compress that into 1 minute. So it's bleep, bleep, bleep.
Not only was it my first time soldering anything, but I started with that project, which is the
And that's what
tiniest
you
thing
started
ever. Yeah, exactly.
You hear my dogs?
I was
Somebody's
about
Yeah.
to say, is Chuck on the street?
Thought I was going to get
No,
bit.
somebody ran.
Me too. I was putting my feet up.
Somebody just rang our doorbell.
That's DoorDash. That's DoorDash for somebody who's delivering you
DQ blizzards.
and a liter of gasoline.
Caitlin's still rocking the CQ contest.
Nice.
Go.
You know, they
Please
have
copy.
a record.
Please copy. There you go. Who?
You know, for some reason, the voice recorder, I can't use this microphone to do my voice recordings because the audio input is extremely low.
Really?
Yep, I have to plug the regular mic in, and when I was doing the QSO party, I was like, screw it, I'm just gonna lose my voice. So
Can you not just turn up the volume on the radio for the input?
I've tried it. I've cranked it all the way up.
Okay.
So I don't know. But I don't want to. I don't know. But now I'm trying to, since Kyle's in the chat and there's talking about Whiskey Zero Whiskey and Caitlin. You know, Caitlin tried to get through my pile up and I didn't hear her. I've apologized many times, but I did log them on 40, and I also logged them. It's my first stranger, or not stranger, but none scheduled contact with CW. I logged them CW as well.
Look at you.
Wow.
Wait, you did CW?
My radio did.
Joe, you did see- I was gonna say.
Okay,
Joe,
Look, so I wrote down, I did the dots and the dashes. It was right there, all that
Right.
good stuff.
So you decoded it.
No. This is what I had to
okay.
type to them. Okay.
Oh,
So-
gotcha.
It's my call sign. It's 599 and or whatever it is. And,
how
So
many contacts on 27
I
minutes?
none. But I sit there and I was practicing it on my paddle, and I'm like, why am I doing this? My radio would do it. So, but I still had to listen for when they was calling CQ. I had to recognize the CQ and the call sign.
yeah.
So
That's about the only thing I recognize in CW.
CQ. That's all I do.
CQ. Yeah.
CQ. That's all I hear.
For those of you who are in our Discord, I just did an @ here into the extra by end of April chat with the sign up form because someone put it in the chat, and I apologize. I didn't see who it was before I started chasing squirrels, but I put that up, the link in there for you guys to sign up if you haven't already.
And for those that want to sign up directly for the test, I just dropped that link in the chat as well. I think that's pinned in the extra by April on the Discord, but for those that don't want to do Discord, I just dropped it in the chat.
There you go.
So I'm trying to figure out on my radios why I keep looking back. It was talking about Kyle and the CW contact and stuff. You know, Kyle's live stream was it last night, and they were talking about, are you A or B? So I was trying to figure out how I had mine set, but I can't even find the setting on the 7300. I don't know where it's at.
What's A or B?
The
Iambic A
setting.
or Iambic B.
Yeah,
Does that
Is it-
decide which side of this paddle is a da and which one's a dit?
Yep.
It's got to do with the time difference and which one's more forgiving. Adam said a whole lot about it that made a lot of sense to Kyle, and Kyle feels confident now that he can debate or conversate the difference between A and B.
Wait, doesn't Kyle have a YouTube stream where it's all about CW?
Yeah, that's what they did
That's
last
what
night.
it was.
Okay. So hopefully Kyle dropped the link for his channel in the chat so that he can promote that. So if you're interested in learning more about CW, Kyle has a great live stream about it.
That's right.
Ed seems to think that Iambic A is more forgiving.
That's not what I heard last night.
Oh.
But it also depends on the person's preference as well. I mean,
So Jason says the difference between A and B is a matter of how many beers you've had.
I'll go with that one.
I like it. And Kyle says, I know the difference between A and B. They come together in the alphabet.
Very good, Scooter.
So, I don't know if I should have asked this before we went live. Do we want to talk about what we're thinking about doing at the end of April?
yeah, you probably should have talked about that so we know what you're talking about.
Well, it had to do not with what Steve put in chat, but what we're kind of thinking about doing at the end of April.
Do we want to tease everybody?
Regarding all the links that I put in our private Discord. I don't want to say specifically what, but just kind of give context to what we're doing. And everybody that's on the stream right now is like, just say it.
Didn't you just post screenshots, not links?
No, well, yeah, I did just pictures. Pictures.
It's like the guy that I say, drop me a pin so I can, come to where
I don't
you're
want
at.
to talk about specific ones.
And
I just want to say we're going to
send me a
do
screenshot
something.
that I can't click on.
Or
y'all
you
just give
drop
me
a
thumbs
pin
up.
to somebody.
Thumbs up if it's okay with y'all if I talk about it. Not what specific
We're talking
thing, but what we're gonna do.
I was gonna say tease it. Don't just
talking
talk
a
about
lot
that.
of radio.
Sorry. That's,
Sam's like, just say it. All right, so we have
He's gonna
built up-
say it. You know
I'm
he's going
not. I'm
to.
not. Watch. We built up quite the purse thanks to all of our fantastic supporters, and we wanted to really nail home or bring home this extra by April. So the giveaway, we're going to do a giveaway for the extra by April. It'll be the extra by end of April. So it'll be the first show in March or in May. Be the first show in May. We're going to do a giveaway, and it's going to be something you're going to really want to participate in. So that's where I'm going to leave it at that.
All right. Stay
now
tuned until May for us, the rest of us to find out.
Dude, that's like going into IKEA. Dude, what you just said is like walking into IKEA, looking at the box, and I think I know I could build. You really don't know how many pages are going to be in English to Swedish to all the others.
Jody says, "Don't say it." Said no, whatever.
That's
It'll
right.
be our big. It will be our biggest giveaway to date. I'm gonna leave it at that.
Really
Yep.
promising
Oh,
the
boy.
big one.
Yeah, it'll be the biggest one to date.
Look, I'm not giving away my feet pictures for free.
Here comes the
And
big one.
nobody wants to see those croc inhabited things.
You
I
don't
like
know
to
that.
see those croc
wait. When did we order the
award-winning
the
croc
12.4 DX Commander?
We haven't ordered a 12.4 DX Commander.
Well, that would be the biggest yet to date. Or are we ordering that
feet.
40 meter soda beams mast? That's like
40
freaking
meter.
big around.
Yeah,
Oh, that thing's huge.
Dude,
yeah, it's ginormous.
bigger isn't always better. We've learned that.
No, it's like
Scott says, "Oh,
7.5
great, a
foot
year
tall.
supply of ketchup chips." No, this will be the biggest giveaway we've done yet, and it's going to be. We really want to. No, Don, it's not a Buddy Hex. It's better. And no, Brian, we're not giving away a Flex because I reached out to
No,
Flex
Brian, no.
and wanted them to participate, and they said no. And I reached out to Gigaparts and asked them if they wanted to participate, and they said no. So this will
Well,
be
no,
all on our lonesome.
But Gigaparts did want
Gigaparts-
to ask if you knew about their QRZ
Explorer
thing.
program.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So if anyone in the
Gigaparts has helped us in
extra-
the past. They are good
They
people.
have.
They're good people.
Yeah, and I'm not knocking them. They just didn't want to participate this time because of what we were wanting to do in the giveaway.
Well, I mean, they just gave away tonight a whole Yazoo shack to somebody we don't know. I mean, unless we may know you.
Did the gig parts
Just
one go up tonight?
W0RDH. Yes. And it's not my call sign. Once again, for 17 years.
I've been internet every day for 17 years.
I was gonna say I don't feel so bad now. I've missed a few days on that one though.
Right. But no, I reached out to Flex. Didn't even return my email. So I was like, oh, all right then. I got that answer. And then talked to Gigaparts, and they were like, we're not quite big enough for that. So we're gonna do it on our own. We don't need no sponsors.
Fuck them.
Just
Sounded
saying.
like
But-
Jack
Wow.
and Greg up in there.
Wow.
I will say Callum hooked us up on the when we gave away the DX Commanders.
Callum
care of
has
us
got
on
a
that.
sale coming up.
He
Why don't you
does.
roll that footage, Shane?
I don't have
Oh,
it.
guess you'll have to talk about it.
Oh yeah. So for beginning
Well-
on the April the 6th, I think it's 6th, 7th, and 8th, and
Yep. Easter weekend.
it's Easter weekend. Callum is doing free shipping on the DX Commander Expedition. There is a catch. You got to go to your favorite YouTuber. It's either going to be Josh, Hayden, Ham Radio 2.0, or Mike K8MRD. And I'm going to let whoever's left in the chat, because I saw Ham Radio 2.0 and I saw Mike K8MRD in there. So whichever of Ewans is in there wants to drop your link that opens up on the 6th, drop your link.
You better hurry up, Mike. You better hurry.
That's a hard one. Who do you choose? That's like saying, like, what kid do you like best in your family? You know what I
Well,
mean?
this
That's
is
a
the way
hard
I
one.
look at it. Who has modified and tested beyond tested the DX Commander, and who has
Wait,
yet
wait,
to
wait.
build one who is sitting in their closet?
I was gonna say
There
you
you
were
go.
on Mike's stream earlier, weren't you?
You got to get
There
up
you
pretty
go.
early in the morning to get one past MRD, or just stay up late.
Mike, we'll put that in the show notes for you as well.
Yep, I'm gonna put that in the notes. Sorry, man, I appreciate it. That's awesome. That opens up. It shows out of stock right now, but that will open up on the 6th, and that'll be fun. And whomever of the folks that we listed, either Ham Radio
Bunny
DX,
special.
Ham Radio 2.0, K8MRD, or Josh, Ham Radio Crash Course, whichever of them sell the most on their link, that channel is going to get one donated to them for a giveaway.
And
So
that's a pretty good deal. You know, considering he's dropped $20 off the price or 20 pounds off the price.
yep, it's 229 pounds, and I'm gonna go see what the conversion.
Yeah.
You guys,
And
you guys
then-
talk about that like it's nothing, and then you criticize me talking about Canadian dollars and liters.
Well, but then he's also giving you free shipping worldwide.
Yep,
I might have to order an expedition.
I thought about it. I have the approval request put in already.
So if
The
I
approval
was in
That's
Antarctica
That's
right now, I get
$286
free shipping.
US shipped. Yeah, $286 shipped. And Mike has a video on a K8MRD mod to add another band to the expedition.
Yes, this
If
is
you
the
haven't
whole
seen that.
antenna. It's not just the pole.
It's the whole
wire, the
shebang.
whole shebang.
Yep.
It's a whole package.
Six
It's
6
uh,
through 40 no
full
ATU.
Yep.
And seeing as I might be setting up another remote station, that would be a good antenna for that.
It would be. I agree. I heard
Molson,
Jason
are you
say
okay?
on one of
'Cause
his.
he's doing free shipping. Molson, are you okay? Because he's doing free shipping, but yeah, you're getting taxed on gasoline and blizzards. Are you all right?
I'm good. I'm good. I want to. Anyways, Shane, look at our.
You're
look at our
thinking. I
private
know you're
messaging
thinking.
on Discord.
I saw that, Daniel.
I
Do
just,
I started
just-
laughing.
I just,
I-
yeah.
Okay, so I do have Callum's
You're gonna make me
message if
switch
you want me
now.
to play it.
Yeah.
Play it. Play it. Play it. Play it.
Play that.
Present. Share screen. That. With
Stand by.
audio.
You have the audio. Yes. Good. Good. He's the other Oscar Mike we have to teach technology to, guys.
Oh,
so bear with us.
F you.
Free
Got an Easter
worldwide
special
shipping.
for you, and you can buy one of 4 products. They're all identical, depending on which of your favorite creators you buy through. The winner, the creator winner, is going to get a freebie for a giveaway. That's the only thing. The DX Commander Expedition is currently on sale at £229. Right now, for the Easter weekend only, we're offering it not only on sale but free shipping worldwide. So there's no holds barred. It's the DX10 wire. It's the regular DX Commander Expedition pole. We got the new speed plates cut in UV protected marine plastic. We've moved away from UHNWPE. It's a special polymer. We've got that with all the stainless nuts, bolts, washers, fork connectors, paracord, everything you need to get on the air with a no compromise antenna. That's the point. Now, Tom went around the Isle of Arran. We built one of these for Tom last year. He put it in his backpack. He walks around the Isle of Arran. Every lunchtime, he'd stop, got it out. It took him he says about 10 minutes. He reckons he got it down to 7 minutes. Put up the DX Commander Expedition. He was on an Icom 705. He worked some of the best DX. He's got into Argentina on his 5 watts, whatever it is. I spoke to him every day from here. I'm going to make a little video about that, and I'll let you see that. You know, as a little check-in. I think it was going to be at 2 in the afternoon or something every day on 40 meters, you know. So you get 40 to 10. Apparently it tunes on 6 and 2 as well. It was never designed that way. It's just the luck of the draw. It's the way it happens. So there we are. DX Commander Expedition. Have fun. It turns out, in dollar-wise, it turns out at $283.52. So it's going to be under $300 if you're in the US. All right. So follow the links below and buy one of them, either from Josh, Hayden, Mike, or Jason. All right. I will see you soon. Enjoy. All right. Have fun with your new antenna. I'll see you all soon. Bye for now. Dominic, go.
There you go.
Very cool.
And you
Good
have
dude,
Mike's link there, so. Oh my god.
And here comes more of the links.
Jody says that sounds so good. Jesus will stay in his cave to do a POTA.
Wow.
Jody, we have a special room for you. If you're not already in there, hit me up on Discord.
Just gonna have to sit down with the church lady for that one.
Go read your Bible.
Goodness.
That Bible's gonna strike you in the forehead.
And I saw a couple questions in there.
I just got link spam, so I don't know.
I know, right? Serious question about the DX Commander. I live in an HOA, and I'm wondering if this antenna is easy to set up at parks. Mike has a video about setting it up at the park. I have been to a POTA where Mike sets it up at the park. He sets it up at Jason's for field day. I would say once you've done it a few times, you can get it down to setting up pretty quick.
Yeah, I said 7. Callum said 7 minutes.
Yeah.
For the expedition. That's moving.
Yeah, absolutely.
So.
I thought somebody was about to share something. Sorry. There was something else we were going to talk about.
I got a couple things I want to talk about. First of all,
So can I do
Let it rip.
the thing that you posted in TikTok first?
oh yeah,
about TikTok?
do that. Yeah, and I'm gonna just share something with you guys.
Okay.
I got questions about that. Go ahead, Shane, because I have questions. I want to hear your
Okay.
perspective
So
on that.
as a disclaimer, I know we probably shouldn't have to do this, but I will say that if things seem to, if you don't like seeing tragedy or travesty, you might want to turn the stream off for a second, because we are going to show no one was seriously injured and no one went to a hospital or anything like that. But I've had somebody comment a couple of times on this, asking me about it. So I'm going to play this and then we'll have a discussion about it.
That one.
Oh,
Yeah.
that one.
Yeah.
Took me a minute.
Yeah. Hold on here.
Ouch.
Sorry.
No, it's not about me using booth pipes.
No, Oh, look, it's a balloon. Shit! Ouch! Hey, there's a tree there.
There's people there.
And there's people there.
Sounded like he had the burner on too.
So, yeah, so
A pilot
That was-
deviation. We're going to need you to call this number.
here's a number to call. So yeah, so
Something you
I,
never
so I
wanna
sent
hear.
that I sent that to my
1-800
instructor.
lawyer.
I sent that to my instructor and I asked him, I said, hey, what have you heard about this and what's going on? And come to find out, that took place in Missouri. And it was one of those events where it was too windy to fly. And the people who were putting on the show, no one flew any balloons or anything because it was so windy. The event coordinator said, hey, we're paying you guys to show up. No one's flown yet. If y'all want to get your money, then you need to get in the air. So this particular pilot decided to go rogue from all the rest of the pilots that did not fly, and he decided to take off. And he wanted to land back at the where the park was, where the event was going on. So the video that you see there, he was an experienced individual-ish who made some bad decisions, and one being he shouldn't have flown, but two being I don't know if you noticed, but he was kind of just you hear him burning, and then he just kind of quit and just kind of was whatever happened was going to happen. So that's what you call someone who is complacent in their skills. They don't go out and practice things. We train for landings like that. First off, you don't do it over people. He should have came over that tree that he hit and then put it down on the ground. But yeah, that could have been avoidable. But yeah, if you see that going around, I've had two people ask me, is this real? And unfortunately, it is real. And yeah.
Well, listen, he's in Missouri, so they have a hard time copying. So they didn't get the message. That's all I can say.
Please copy.
Please copy.
Please copy. You're coming in too low. Stop saying
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. But yeah, that was not good. As for the
Yeah, I
and
saw-
like
I
said,
saw
glad
that.
nobody else got hurt.
I saw that
Seriously
on TikTok. I was like, I gotta show this to Shane. Like, it's yeah. I was like,
And Don put in the chat, he wanted to see what happened when he got to the parking lot. There is a longer version of this, and as soon as he went through those last sets of people, there was a team of folks that grabbed the basket. So he pulled the valve out of the top of it and laid the balloon down, and they were able to recover it. Had he not, he would have went through power lines. So that's what he was trying to do.
dude, can you imagine the lawsuit?
Yep. Can you
That's
imagine
insane.
and the pilot could go back to the event coordinator and say that he was, he was
Bullied.
forced to fly, or he was intimidated to fly, or something like that. But at the end of the day, it's the pilot's call, and he should have said nope. And the smoking ape's right. Somebody should have went over and given him a swift kick in the nuts. Chris, member of 3 months with the Bofang Army. Thanks for the shout out, man. We appreciate it.
So I wanted to show this to you guys. So when I was at the border, my son, they had opened this up at the place, and then this is what it sounds like. And then I'm there in the driver's seat, and I pull this out, and it's like, you're pulling these like things out of there, right? And they're like, what is that? Especially if they don't see the tabs, it's like, what? And in Canada, this would look like a little
They
mortar
want
shell.
to look inside down the cylinder. Yeah, they want to look inside.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
anyways,
don't
these
look
are,
down the barrel.
These are a 200 ohm resistor, 200 ohm. Yeah, they're all 200 ohm.
Taylor, you got that right. Pilot in command is pilot in command.
Yeah, that's the thing is like there's a limitation to like saying, oh, it's the other guy who's, like they put pressure. Like at the end of the day, you have the final word no matter what, right? As a pilot or as a captain or whatever. So
I was going to say, I can come up with a list of accidents where the pilot in command got blamed, even though everybody said, oh, he was pushed into taking the flight. Doesn't matter. He's still PIC.
Yeah.
So,
Anyways, Derek says, should have charged them up first, Molson. That's capacitors, buddy. That would have been fun. Charge up capacitors and
charge up capacitor and toss it to the guy.
Yeah, charges.
Oh yeah,
A different
would
kind
get
of
you-
charge, right?
that would get you more.
No,
More than charges.
Yeah. So here I was hoping. Well, I'll wait for Shane to come back, but anyways, yeah. So that's for the beer keg antenna. So I think it's
You
almost
rang?
a year now. Yeah. So I was another TikTok thing that was happening today, guys. TikTok is hilarious. China's gonna get you, but at least you're laughing when they do. Okay, so there was this comedian, and he was talking. He says, if I had the ability to go back in time, would I honestly make a difference? Right? He's like, so yeah, we know all this stuff as technology of the future. But here's my question to you guys. With everything you guys know, you go back 100 years. How do you change the course of the world with what you know?
I make a lot more money by investing in Google.
Well, first off, 100 years puts you
And Apple.
into prohibition in the United States. Let's just take look
So
at
I come up
look
with a
at
really good
history
whiskey
where we are.
recipe.
No. Taking today's technology and the knowledge of today, like cell phones, satellites,
Right.
and like the guy was saying, okay, you go satellite. You're like, oh yeah, we can make satellites. What? Okay. How do you do that? Or even the idea that, okay, great, we have all these understanding of things and battery. Okay. So we forget that there's so many other things to it, right? So for instance, okay, you want to build a battery. Okay. What about your mining? Where are you going to find the stuff? How do you mine? How do you refine? So
We tell Kyle not to throw away his hard drive.
That is
Do
true.
not.
We'd have to send
Save
we'd
the
have to go-
map. Kyle, save that map.
Save the
we'd
hard
have
drive.
we'd have to go back in time 100 years to write a message to send forward in time about 80 years. That's a little tricky one.
Yeah.
But Molson, so this is how I'm thinking what you just said. Follow me on this.
Yeah.
You take today's knowledge and you go back 100 years. The thing you have to do is you have to remember back then in 1923, and you had two groups. You had the street group, and then you had the investors of Kennedy, Rockefeller, that whole boardroom. If you can't convince either one that what you have is going to make money based upon the knowledge I have from 100 years in the future, it's going to be. It won't take if they won't buy into what you're saying. You're going to have to convince them.
Yeah, you're never going to be able to convince
either group.
Them, but...
Well, I don't know.
But
there could be one of those groups that you can convince.
Dude, how many emails saying that they're anyways, I'm not gonna say it, but let's say you go to come on, if somebody came to us and said they're from the future, we'd laugh and say, hey, you gotta go back and get your medication, right? But you would literally they'd do lobotomy tests on you if you went to somebody and said, hey, I'm from the future. But honestly, you go back knowing what you know about radio right now. How do you change it? How do you rechange the course of the future with what you know now? You go to them and say, "Oh, we come up internet." Okay, great. What's a computer? Okay, well, computer is a machine that you can't make it. You can't I don't know how to explain how to make a computer, how it would come together. There's limitations. I guess part of the idea is that we think with our knowledge that but there's so many other people who contribute to our abilities, right? And so with what we do now, we're enabled by other people. All I do is I'm a it goes back to the appliance, what do you call it there? If we were saying appliance operator or something like that. But and you think about that in all your life with all your knowledge, and you go back, you're on your own, no team of experts with you. What do you bring to the table? A concept, an idea, right?
I'll give you a scenario. Molson, could you go back? Do you think I'm going to give you a scenario? I'm going to send you back to 1923. Okay. And thank you, Abe. That's where I'm going. I want you to explain to them you have this thing that you've experienced in the future. It's called the blizzard. And you're going to explain how it's an ice cream that comes in multi flavors. And here's a company who makes it. We're going to make a lot of money.
Yeah.
How are you going to do that to them?
Yeah, but what you're doing is
give me your sales pitch right now. Give me your sales pitch. Give me your sales pitch.
That's not the issue. That's not the issue. The issue is, okay, you're going back in time. They had ice cream. You're not inventing ice cream. You go back in time and you have different kinds of candy and chocolate bars. So it's pretty easy. You take that you mix it in with ice cream. You kind of make them almost halfway to milkshake, and you got a blizzard, right? You're taking products, putting it together. I'm talking about going back in time when they didn't have TVs, they didn't have all the technology we have today, right? And the components we have today.
Right.
And you try and explain to them the vision that they could do. Like, say you go back, you're like, man, I could make so much money if I was the one who brought the TV to the market earlier, right? So you're like, oh, it's a box and it
because they had radio, they had AM radio, they had the beginnings of AM radio or shortwave.
Eric has the greatest answer here. He says, take an offline copy of Wikipedia on an iPad. There's enough knowledge there to do almost anything.
We could tell them about their future.
I could introduce the old-fashioned prior to 1895.
Old-fashioned before it was old.
Yeah. The new fashion.
Anyways, it was to me, it was an interesting thing because it's true.
Sure.
We're limited. We have limited knowledge, right? Although we might be expert
right.
appliance operators, there's a limit to, like, for instance, I might know something very well, but I don't know how the components are brought to make that come about, right? There's so many steps of evolution and everything that we do, technology, devices, electronics, that there's a whole slew of people, industries, and businesses that brought it there. And to think that I could go back 100 years and bring that product and revolutionize the industry back then is really cool. Like,
how about
whole train of thought, right?
And just the opposite. Dan, Daniel, how about just the opposite? Somebody is to drop into your shack in the next 15 minutes, and they're going to tell you they're from 2123. And they're going to look at something on your desk and say, you know something? I get where that was, but in 100 years from now, this thing could be so much more improved, smaller. And your concept of trying to conceive of that could be, besides saying, wow, but how? Well, all the question marks.
Eric wants to introduce noise to the ham bands.
Brian wants the lotto tickets. I like that.
The Randomar's got a good idea. I mean, a good comment. You wouldn't have a chance but to express that idea so many times.
I want to know in 100 years from now, is Scout 75's antenna still going to be hanging from that tree in 100 years? That's what I want to know.
It's already down.
So Izzo, somebody comes in my shack here. Somebody comes in my shack and talks about technology or future.
What would they?
Dude, I remember we had the 3.5-inch floppy drives and the 5.5-inch floppy drives.
5 1/4. Yep.
5 1/4, like 20 years ago. Okay, like whatever it was, 25 years ago, right? Mm-hmm. If you came to anybody back then and said, "Let me introduce you to a USB key," right?
Oh yeah.
Like what would they like? Okay,
could we give the Apollo folks a 100 gig jump drive?
No, but like so it's easy for us.
What's the most interesting thing?
What?
Go ahead, Chris.
No, but I was just gonna say,
what's the most interesting thing you have in your shack right now? Or can you point out or hold up that you could say, something in 100 years from now, this is going to be different?
Himself.
Oh, everything's going to be different to some degree. I don't know. I can't even fathom that, because think about when the cell phone just came about. We think like these things were just like so long ago. It was like 20, 30 years ago. Right. So imagine 100 years there. Right. It's a major disadvantage. Yes, right. So at least even us, like today, I think to some degree, anything technological, we have a basis of what we have today to expand on. Right. So we can dream it. Right. But 100 years ago, they were just putting electricity in houses, man. Like half the houses in the Central
and
America,
plumbing
and flushing.
And plumbing.
And there's probably more memory on this card than they had in the Apollo space program.
Oh
yeah, for sure. Like basements and floors of buildings used to be computers. Come on.
Oh yeah.
So the problem.
My prediction is artificial intelligence, AI, is going to be huge in 100 years from now, whether you like it or not.
I agree.
Right now, 100 years from now, on this show, the 5 of us may be AI bots, and you won't even know it. Maybe
I think we should. There's no. First of all, there's no
there'll be a
Molson
bot
rant.
with
There's
smoke
no-
coming out of it. It's just gonna be me.
Fucking-
Apparently, in our Discord, for those of you who are not familiar, we do have a Discord chat, and there are some hooligans that like to hang out in the Discord instead of joining us on the YouTube, and like to throw things at their computers while they're watching the show. So,
Oh no, those guys are all in the chat here as well. 'Cause I
so
see
if
them
you're
listening.
interested, the after chat is usually takes place in our Discord channel, and you can find the links to that at the very bottom of the description of the video. Ed has a point. Ed says the Terminator wasn't sci-fi; it was prophecy. It's not all wrong. Not saying AI is
think
going to take
about-
over, but I will say though, if you've used Chat GPT, that's kind of scary.
No, you
Scary
got.
but interesting.
What's that? What's that? What is that?
Chat
Shane, what
GPT
is
is an open source artificial intelligence where you can ask it questions and all kinds of stuff. I think we didn't we do that last week? We asked
Sort of like
Chat
Siri,
GPT
sort of
some
like what
questions.
Siri is. Hang
No,
on.
Siri is just an assistant,
I said-
a personal assistant.
Hang on. I said her name, and she's. making a stick face.
Mhm.
Was Izzo not with us last week?
No.
Nope. You missed it.
No, man. I was at a town meeting. I was doing
That's
business.
right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Taylor says, as an AI
I had a-
engineer, I have no comment. So you heard it here first, folks.
Mhm.
As an
He
as
can't
an AI
comment.
engineer, your comment will be useless when they take over.
Right? That's who they're coming after first.
They're coming through your
The random wire
opinions,
says, "Would
boys.
you like to play a game?" That was a great
No.
movie, by the way. Shall we play a game?
That little dude ever rides up on me on a tricycle.
No, I still think the GPT is a glorified, to some degree, glorified search engine. Did you see the video I put out? I shared in the general about where the guy was asking it questions and it was giving wrong answers over and over.
I mean, it's AI, so it's learning as it goes. It's machine learning.
It's artificial. It's not genuine intelligence like the rest of us.
It's machine learning.
That's right. Well,
It's artificial
Sort of like
intelligence.
that
Just like
movie,
that
A
blizzard that you
Bicentennial
eat
Man.
is not really ice cream. It is a liquid product that's frozen.
which one's that?
The blizzard, the soft serve, is not real ice cream.
Listen, shut up.
Oh, you just torqued Shane. You just
I stepped
torqued
on a
him one.
nerve.
Here's
Listen,
Oh, you
I
found
do
the
have-
nerve.
Here's
I-
your Molson rant. Here's your Molson
I do have
rant,
a-
everybody.
I do have an observation I made. So I have a bad habit of taking in the morning. My wife makes coffee. I fill up one of those coffee portable things. And I take 2 cream in my coffee. So I pour a little bit of cream, coffee. I take it to the shop. I drink a couple sips, and then somebody brings me a Tim Hortons coffee with 2 cream in it. So I never finish that original coffee that I brought. By the time I think about it, it's 4 hours later and it's not warm. In 2 days, that thing is growing mold in the cup. So my wife always blasts me because I have so many coffee mugs at home and I gotta bleach them. Okay, so but if I leave
I'll ruin
out
a good coffee cup.
no, don't ruin it. So, but if I leave out a cup of coffee with the cream that I pour here at home in a couple days, it starts to mold, right? If I buy a coffee at Tim Hortons and they put the 2 cream in it, it doesn't mold.
Because it's non-dairy creamer.
That's the problem. I was like, okay, there's an issue. here.
Cremora.
Yeah, I was thinking, they know how to make coffee.
It has nothing to
Strong.
do with that. They don't put actual stuff in there. They just put all these chemicals. Have you
Powder.
seen? There's a video. Have you seen what that powdered creamer that you can light on fire?
See, I don't use it. I drink the coffee
I
straight.
don't either. Me too. I drink my coffee black. I don't put any
Wait,
extra
I'm
stuff
confused.
in there.
Molson, you're on a farm. Molson, you have cows. Why don't you just go outside, put the cup under, do, and now you get
Don't do
fresh
that.
milk for your coffee. Why?
Just make sure you milk the cow and not the bull.
Because I don't have heifers.
Well, whatever one you're doing it
Quit.
to. I'm just saying, you got.
No, you don't do that to a bull cow. You only do that to a heifer cow.
Day on the farm with Izzo.
That's a different kind of cocoa juice. Okay.
Do any of you guys watch Clarkson's Farm?
Yeah, I've watched it once or twice.
I highly advise, if you have Amazon Prime, go watch Clarkson's Farm. If you ever want to see someone who should not be farming and then starts farming.
Is that a series or a movie?
Epic.
I need
Oh,
something
speaking
that-
of Izzo, did you watch my Perry Mason thing? Have you had a chance?
No, because
Okay.
I got busy and I forgot, and I'm old. So you need to send me like a text. Seriously, can you send me a text? It's the best way of. That's how I remember. Because I just finished watching Boardwalk Empire, and I need to watch something again, but something new.
Yeah, I'll see you.
Okay.
And
So-
but now you're talking about some farm show that I should watch too. So
Who changed
just send
the
me an
name
email
of the
or
voice
text. I
chat?
don't care.
I didn't. What does it say? The dumpster fire.
I just turned over and saw that. I was like, oh, Lord.
I posted the link to Discord if you guys want to come join them in Discord. They're a hot mess express in there. I'm going to try to find that video while you guys chat.
Actually,
Oh
while you're
my
doing
God.
that, I really should. I gotta spend more time because we're in crunch time, guys. It's April 4th. We have until
Yep.
April 30th to get our. So I'm in crunch time. I started hitting the chapters that like I'm not very proficient in. I'm running 98 to 100% in the chapters that I know, but there's like 4 chapters that I got to start hitting hard every day, a little bit more time. Try some different studying methods so I can, because I don't want to shoot for 74%. I want to shoot for at least the 80 to give me a buffer, I think, or a little
There
bit
you
more than an 80, give me a buffer. So
Yeah, Lou, I just saw that link. That is pure gold. I just shared it to everybody.
What'd you share?
Chat GPT hooked up to a Furby.
Oh, God.
Oh, Furby. Yeah, the little character. See, I thought he was
Yes.
talking about furries. I was like,
Yeah.
I'm not that way, man. I've got my limits.
can we
Okay,
say that
so-
word? Doesn't that mean something different? Where I come from,
I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, you guys ready for this?
Of course.
Hold on.
It's a-
I'm calling somebody. I'm calling somebody out online as an ultra crepidarian.
Okay.
You guys know
So
what that means?
this is 60 seconds. I'm gonna try. I tried to find the shortest one ever. So I'm gonna share this.
Okay, let's do it.
Yeah.
Oh, Lord.
After switching to Hunter's Blend coffee, people often tell us, hey, I don't use coffee creamer anymore. Well, that comes as no surprise because coffee creamer is used to cover up the crummy taste of crappy coffee.
I agree.
And Hunter's Blend is no crappy coffee.
Never had that
So
one yet
people
though.
want to know, well, what do I do with all that leftover crappy coffee covering coffee creamer? Well, there's all kinds of practical uses for that leftover
That does
coffee
not look-
creamer.
Oh, goodness.
Anyway, we built this creamer cannon powered by a big old tank packed with 135 psi of compressed air.
Oh, my
First,
God.
I love it.
You want to fill the barrel of your cannon all the way to the top with that coffee creamer.
Oh.
And then light a rub flare.
Uh-oh. Poof.
Then give it the send-off we think it deserves.
Get away.
Oh. That's a good use for a cheetah. Wow.
Well, there you go, Mike, for the deer lease.
Yeah, we've got to do
There
that
you go.
next year.
Mike,
Everybody
Mike,
bring,
there's your chat. Mike, there's your challenge, Mike.
everybody bring compressed air and coffee creamer.
You just need one cheetah. That's all you need.
Challenge accepted.
See there, Mike's already on board.
Well, you saw what Mike did to his battery. Yeah. Yeah, Mike. I 100%. We need to reenact that for the
Did,
for field
did
day.
Mike blow up a battery that I
Yes,
missed?
he did. Yes.
Ooh.
Like accidentally.
No, on purpose.
Okay, so not the bio
On
now.
purpose.
Okay.
No. No.
That's
no.
one thing about Mike
He
and
was
his channel.
testing-
He's
he was
going to
testing a
let you
battery.
know how he feels about something.
Yeah, I agree. Keeping it real.
Yeah.
Especially with the latest video in the antenna.
It's not. It's
That's
not
what I was
released
thinking
yet.
No, it's out.
It's not.
I was thinking of that tannerite.
Is it not?
That's what I'm saying.
No.
What's cheaper?
He said it. What?
Oh, okay.
No, we didn't.
He's given a chance for a response.
Yeah. So we're talking about something that doesn't exist, guys. This is like going back 100 years and trying to explain to them. But people don't know. Stop it.
Hey, you know, if it had a rapid decompression of, you know, or rapid disassembly, it is what it is.
Okay, stop it. Don't ruin it. Need any
There you go.
Molson.
That's why
Molson
Tannerite goes
stuff
boom. It's
reminds
full of
me
coffee creamer.
Scrooge.
Huh?
Molson, that stuff reminds me of Scrooge, where the ghosts came back. What, the past, the present, and the future. You're onto something there, Molson.
Sure. Sounds amazing.
Okay.
See, if what we'd have to do is we have to go back. Oh, man, we have to go back with a mining crew, mining equipment, computer engineers.
What do we bring?
We have. Oh man, we have to go back with.
Do you want to?
everything.
Okay. Do you want to bring Frank Tank?
We have to bring Silicon
does-
Valley with us.
We could use Frank to distract the farmers so that we wouldn't get killed. Bringing our
There you
witchcraft.
go. Okay. Kyle will discuss the difference between iambic A and iambic B.
No, Kyle talked to him about Node Red, so that'll be the witchcraft that gets
Node
locked
Red.
up.
Shaq and Greg will open
Sorry,
up the
Kyle.
Kool-Aid stand.
the
Think about it.
what did he call
The
it?
Kool-Aid,
Ham
the
Radio
Kool-Aid.
YouTube Lube. What did he call that? QSO Lube or
Nash-
something like that. I don't know
Josh
what it
Nash
was.
could talk about the hybrid pickup truck. Okay.
They're like, what's hybrid and what's a pickup truck?
The apes got it.
It's
Just go
not a
back
hybrid;
to
it's an EV. But
just
yeah.
go back and get a sports almanac and build a casino. That's what you should do.
There
Yes,
you go. But
absolutely.
Ape will tell them that the Earth is really flat, and they'll still believe it. So that's going to be the easy
And then we
one.
won't have the Apollo program. Apes solved it, saved the country billions of dollars.
Billions of dollars.
Yeah.
How to make a plastic fork from crude oil.
Ooh,
Someone take the reins. I'm looking at something.
Four Wheeler just said they turned a five steel bucket inside out with Tannerite.
Nice.
Challenge?
Video where it didn't happen.
Right?
Wow.
It's pretty interesting. Tannerite's that'd be fun to play with. We can't get that up here.
What?
I was just going to ask you: is that
We have a
available?
lot of fun
in
with
Canada?
it.
I think that would be like terrorist charges or something.
I was gonna
It's the
say-
best. It's the best part of field day.
That's something we need to do at Xenia.
When
I
Molson,
don't
when
think
you're
we should
crossing the
take-
border, just tell them it's the ingredients
I
for
don't-
making a blizzard and a DQ blizzard. Don't
That
worry
was
about
powdered coffee creamer. What are you talking about?
It's for my Tim.
Yeah.
Just say it's for my Tim Hortons coffee. All right, come on in.
Yeah. No.
Mm.
All right. There's a lot of things that happen in the States that I'd like to have an experience at, like Tannerite. That's for sure.
Well, you need to come to field day.
Yeah. But is the grass really greener on the other side, Molson? That's what you got to say to yourself.
Oh, the grass is pretty dead here right now. Bloody cold.
So I just posted
everything's
the
melting.
link to Mike's video where he shot, punctured, and overcharged a battery. So if you want to see a battery go up in flames, there you go.
Sounds good.
There you
Is
go.
that a
Post
public
punches
video
play
or
now
is that
here.
a?
Play there.
It's a public video.
Okay.
Yeah.
It was
Play
4
it
months
there.
ago.
Play it right now.
It's
We're in the
18
clubhouse.
minutes
Play it
long.
here.
I'm not going to take
We're
up
not
18
watching
minutes
it.
of the clubhouse
Oh,
We
4
can't
months
do
ago.
this.
Yeah,
We
okay.
can't do this in 45 seconds.
because Mike would invoice us for the watch hours.
We get nailed with the copyright.
Yeah.
So Jody says the grass is still white there. That's what happens here. And I don't know about you guys down in the States, but the funniest thing is when we drive into the city and people with their like 10 square foot front yards are shoveling the snow into the road to make it melt faster. You guys have that happen there? Where like
Does
in the
not.
front of your house,
Doesn't snow that much here.
oh, that's right.
My neighbors.
What about
I'm
you,
gonna text
Izzo?
that. My neighbors.
Oh my goodness, that's
My
the
neighbors
funniest
would
thing.
never, nor would I ever do that. And I'm the guy with the snow thrower who's helping my neighbors and cleaning out, where the plow at the end of the driveway around the mailbox. But nobody would ever pushes snow into the street. We don't do that, man. It's called respect.
Yeah.
We don't do that stuff.
No, they shovel it there into the street, like kind of like whip it out so it spreads, so that on the asphalt it melts quicker, so their front lawn, can
Yeah.
be free as snow to turn green faster.
I was gonna say we
Not
have the
in
guys
my
down here
neighborhood.
that mow their grass and blow it out into the street. So when you come by on a motorcycle, you just slide all over.
Oh.
That ain't cool.
No.
Well, whatever. I guess it's a Canadian problem. I'm sure John and Jody know what I'm talking about. They've probably seen people do that. So don't leave me hanging, guys.
Rock salt.
Rock salt.
Yep.
Yeah. So, oh,
So I'll
forecast.
play-
When we go to
I'll play a
Sealand, we won't have that problem.
So I'll play a small segment of this video.
Play it.
Thought we might have gotten a cease and desist from them, but I could be wrong.
You're overthinking. Steve.
Play a clipping, and then everybody can go watch it after the show.
I agree.
Is he drilling a hole?
For my next trick, we're going to drill a hole in it.
Oh my goodness!
Only with Ryobi. Only with the
That
best.
didn't take long.
Oh Lord.
Where are you going, Mike?
All
He's smart. He's not sticking around.
It makes me think of those.
Galaxy battery. I got one. It's
Now you pour water on it.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Dude, it makes me think of the Roadrunner. Remember when like the Acme bomb was about to go off and stuff like that? That's
Yeah.
You're right, Molson.
I do
That's
this with
sizzling.
Battery.
I
at that
do
thing
this with
swell.
cell phone batteries. We get the kids around. Come check this out.
It gets violent.
dude. You could. You know what? If you're going camping and you need a heat source to cook your food,
I wouldn't cook it over that because I'm
wouldn't
sure
eat
the
it.
fumes that are coming off of that would not be good for human consumption.
you know the funniest part is like if the news
That is
saw this,
crazy.
they would cause it would be the end of the world if the news saw this. It would be all over the front page of the news article. Man, it pollutes the environment, and then meanwhile we don't talk about the train derailments.
Don, we never inhale. That's our story. We're sticking to it.
This was an undisclosed location in Canada.
Yeah.
And
Steve doesn't inhale.
Apparently,
he
he
just blows.
pissed off a chicken too because I can hear him.
It is like them old smoke bombs though. You light them and they just keep getting stronger.
Yeah, just like it.
That is pretty fierce though for a battery.
Right?
There
Where's
you
the
go.
explosion? Is there an explosion?
There's no explosion.
You vape, bro?
Oh,
I'm gonna end it on that one. You vape, bro.
and to think you're walking around and you think you're walking around with that in your front pocket. Be careful.
Right?
This is an important time to talk
you can
about
lose your
HT
manhood.
safety. Don't
Yeah, I
leave
agree.
them on the charger unattended all the time, and don't be
Especially
careful
from
when you got them on
China.
your hip. You wanna make sure you can get it off your hip quick.
get an electric vehicle, they said, and then you had a car accident.
Yeah, I think like last year there was a guy. I think it was shared on 100 Watts in a Wire podcast and stuff. He had a radio. He bought at a swap meet or something, if I remember right. And he had it in his basement where his ham shack is. Had it plugged in and just left it there. And his ham shack burnt down and almost took the house with it.
Oh.
All because the battery done that right there on its own without a drill bit.
Don says life is too short for QRP. Don't use HTs. Problem solved.
Yeah.
So
I say that, and I've got HTs all behind me.
Right.
Did you guys see Hayden Ham Radio DX? Did you see that little HT that he?
Shh, don't tell everybody.
Well, I'm not. There's only 77 people in here.
I haven't bought mine yet, and it's pretty awesome.
I agree. So I'm not going to post any links. Well, I hopefully, let's see. Mine will be here. Mine's just going to be here in 20 days.
That's
So
my
if that-
hang up, man.
If that tells you anything.
I really want it on Amazon, so.
Well, he put a link to one on Amazon.
Dude,
He put a link to
dude,
someone on
I was
Amazon.
driving.
Won't the
I
bow
was
thing do
driving
the same
to my
thing?
Radio Anonymous.
Because
But
the
the-
bow
I
thing
was
doesn't
driving to
listen
my
to between. Go ahead, Dizo.
See, this is what happens. You post this stuff. I'm driving to Radio Anonymous, which means, hi,
You go
my
to
name is
Antenna
Don.
Anonymous,
I haven't bought a radio.
not Radio Anonymous.
I haven't bought a. But still, and then I'm like, wait a minute, what is Shane getting? And then all of a sudden Joe Brett's, I want one. I'm like, oh man, what is this thing? Handing in my chips. Just
Well, I would say if you want more info, go to
Antenna Anonymous?
yes, Antenna Anonymous. I would say go to Hayden's Ham Radio DX's channel, but this thing does UHF, VHF, and it receives AM, so you can listen to the airband, which is the reason why I bought it. Sole purpose for buying this daggum thing was I can put this in the balloon next to me, monitoring one aircraft frequency while my transmit radio, that is an air radio, is talking to tower. So it's like having two separate receivers. Fantastic.
I was going to say, I think my ID 51 will listen to airband.
Will it?
I think it will. I know my 5100 will. I need to check the
Because
51.
none of mine will.
the
None of
Yeah,
mine.
you're talking about
will.
$400 or $500
Will it?
radio.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is $19
Yeah.
Oh,
on,
wow.
Unless you get it on Amazon.
AliExpress. Unless you get it on Amazon. Now, as a disclaimer, the place that I ordered from, we don't know if I'm actually going to get the radio or not. It's kind of like Jason did that video where he ordered the 817 for like $80 or something like that. So we're going to see if I actually get the radio. But
Joe, send me the Amazon link if you would.
it's
I
in
know you
Hayden's
got-
video.
I know you
Yeah,
got an
you-
affiliate link for it.
Oh, yes.
Shane,
Okay.
you have to do a live. Shane,
Since
you
you brought
got
it
to
up.
do a live unboxing on that one. Shane, you'll have to do a live.
I will,
unboxing
I will.
Video of that.
I also reached out to the
No, but I
manufacturer
mean
of
live.
such radio.
You do it here, or you
Yeah,
do it on
I'll do it
your channel?
live. No, I'll do it live.
I want it live.
I'll do it live on my on this channel, and I'm gonna simulcast to my channel
Wow.
because we can do that.
There you go.
There you go in the
We have the
chat.
technology. So we have the technology.
All right.
Go back to 20. Go back to
There's
1923.
a 5% coupon if you click apply coupon before purchase.
Hey, all right.
Not
Affiliate
available
link,
in Canada. I
so that I
guess.
cover that.
That's not available for you, Molson?
No, it's showing me wristbands. Everything's greater in the United States of
Oh.
America.
Well, you can order
what
from
kind of
eBay because he
Amazon
had some.
Canadian website is that?
Did you share the link?
I shared a link.
Oh, okay. Because I was gonna. Hayden is. I won't say I am. Hayden's probably gonna order some stock of these and sell them on Amazon. So
So
we'll
I tell
support
you
him.
what I've been trying to do is find one that looks even cooler for about the same price, and it's not happening.
We were talking about radio and Daniel left.
They
It's like
they
Dunn
want
said,
$52 for the one with the programming cable.
you don't need that.
Where are you buying it from?
Amazon.
Oh, buy it on Alibaba. $19.
Molson,
Let me know when you
Molson
get
just
yours,
grabbed
and then I'll order
his-
one.
I'll get it in
Molson
30
just
days.
grabbed his United States cell phone to get it from. That's how.
Right. To answer Jay Baker's question, no, it is not GMRS. It is 2 meter, 70 centimeter on transmit, but it's 50 megahertz through 600 megahertz receive.
What's the frequency for GMRS?
Molson, the gods of the future. have watched you.
437?
Well, you should receive it.
Check the transmit.
I don't know.
Oh yeah, the
400 to 469.
Oh, there
but
you
it's not code. It's not part certified.
No,
It is not a Part 97 radio.
no.
Just so you know, it is not a Part 97 radio.
As hams, you don't do bad things.
Right.
Right.
Which is why I'm only going to use it to receive on AM
Correct.
for the airband. Now, I am going to ask the manufacturer that they work on that. Whether they do or not, we'll see.
Okay. Well,
Because
Jay Baker
Hayden-
has a good comment. The
Okay.
one I linked on Amazon does say in the title GMRS intercom. UHF VHF skiing cheap GMRS intercom. Let me find one that does not say GMR.
Yeah.
well, if you shop on AliExpress, you can get them there. Mike says that radio sucks, and the UV5R is better. But the UV5R won't receive on AM. You can't listen
Right.
to airband.
We want airband.
Exactly. We want airband. We want airband.
Look, Jim FEP Labs graciously brought me an airband transceiver handheld so I can actually holler at the airplanes like I'm not supposed to when they get too close to me. But
Wait, why are you not supposed to?
because from the ground, you're supposed to have a license.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
If I get on top of the truck and jump, and while I'm in midair, then I can be legal because I'm in airspace.
Just claim you're riding a drone.
That's the video I want to see.
Just ride the drone.
I should
I'm
put
on
a
this drone here, and you about knocked me off, son.
Well,
Yeah,
it's
see.
not
I
an
wanna see
unmanned
that
aerial
video.
vehicle at that point.
MRD
Right.
obviously has no need for airband. It's
Right.
okay.
That radio's
No
not
problem.
for everybody.
I just want
But
to
it-
say that
Oh,
I'm
Craig's
really
got
not doing well at the extra by end of April, and I'm definitely not doing well with down a pound.
Where'd you get a blizzard?
You
Are
know,
you
I
kidding?
got connections.
I'm
dead
doing
serious.
good at down a pound.
The
I'm down
man-
18, so
The lady from today went out to the future to bring it back to today.
Cool.
Okay.
slightly confused.
Yeah. Well, we all
Or
are.
will I take back what I said? I got video proof of the 5-gallon bucket.
The 5-gallon bucket. What happened?
They turned it inside out.
Oh,
That's a
you can share that if you like.
Yeah. I'll just post it right here. Everybody can go watch it after the fact.
Yeah, but Shane,
Oh,
going
you-
back to the airband real quick, that's what I was saying about the transceiver that Jim let me have. You can't hear on the thing. So I'm looking at something that's easier to understand. When I crank the volume up and set it on the hood of the truck and then I go flying, I'd like to be able to understand it from a distance.
There you go.
But that's what I'm looking for.
Earbud.
And I don't want to pay ICOM or Yaesu price for a full-fledged handheld
Exactly.
transceiver.
I'm with you.
Well,
Because I'm
that's
not
like
personally
saying-
keeping this. I
that's
keep
like
it in
saying,
the bag at work.
But listen, you can never have enough radios, and that's like saying, "Excuse me, I want communications, and I'm going to take 2 red Solo cups and put a string between, and you're going to expect clear communications." You just
Yeah.
buy the Icon. Buy the Icon airband. I had one. You will not be disappointed.
See, look.
All right. And you buy me a coffee campaign.
There you
right.
Yeah,
So-
tell you
I
what.
need a new battery for my
I'm
iPhone.
gonna so N5 SKT. He shared the Wushan KG UV9G, the P, and the G. Here's the difference. Those radios are $199. One of them's $179. This little thing is $20.
And
Yeah, I'm
if
gonna wait
if
till you get
get
yours,
it in
though.
8 weeks. Yeah, exactly, Joe. I would wait.
We'll talk about it again in 20 days when I get mine from China.
I was gonna say,
I won't transmit on it, but I want to use it for receiving on the airband.
looks like it's 35 now on AliExpress.
On the link that I sent you,
Oh, see?
Oh, did you send me the link?
I put it in our chat a while back.
Okay. Oh,
All those
yeah.
orders are coming in now. Prices are going up.
Right? See?
Because the man from the future came into today and said, buy them.
Oh yeah, there's still $20 on that one.
Smoking Ape says Joe Brett's got a champagne taste on a PBR budget. I resemble that remark.
He's not lying, but I'm kind of there with him. So
And Don, I'm with you there. For if I'm gonna use the radio to transmit on AM, yes, I agree. Because I've got an ICOM airband that I carry in the balloon with me, and it's also my backup radio that I carry when I fly fixed wing. So I've got that covered. I just want the ability in the balloon to listen to another air frequency. Like so where I fly at, we're in a tight spot. So I talk to McKinney Tower.
that's what she
That's
said.
it. That's the closest tower that's to me, but I monitor regional approach because all the aircraft, the business jets that are coming into Addison, which are going to fly right over where we fly the balloon, that's where they're going to come from. So if I know that someone's coming in at 2,000 feet and I'm at 2,000 feet, I know I should probably go down a little bit because I don't want to get hit by a Gulf Stream.
You
But
think that maybe
you have the
if
right
this-
of way.
We're going to have to build you a go-kit.
But I still don't want to press that.
Yeah.
All right, so let's
think-
build you
I
a
think-
go kit.
Hey, do you know what's
Ammo
odd before we get
can
off the
or
subject?
something with all your radios. What's that?
What's that, Joe Brett?
So you remember me telling you about the incident where the plane almost hit our drones?
Mm-hmm.
And this whole reason I wanted the airband to monitor and stuff?
Right.
That was our plane crash the other night.
Was that same guy?
It
Nope,
was
don't
that was
get it.
it. Yeah.
Ah, what a ding dong.
We pulled up and I
Wow.
was like, holy shit. I looked at the other pilot and I was like, that's the plane. He said, you damn right. I was like, wow.
See, I
Did
told you.
anybody,
You saw that tail.
everybody
Yeah.
survive, Joe?
No. Pilot did not.
Mike, I'm
Was
not
it,
relying on it. It's just an extra layer of caution.
Listen, let's be honest here.
Hey, Scott Kingston just subscribed to Joe Brett's channel.
Thank you very much.
Let's be honest here. He's in a hot air balloon. He can barely hear the radio because of the whole burning thing, right? He hears 1,000 feet. By the time he realized those jets are flying so fast, let's be honest here. If he's gonna get hit, he's gonna get hit. That's what I
No,
think.
because they call 20 miles away.
Yeah, okay.
But
You
you
gotta
know
wait.
what
That's
I'm
when they
thinking
check
is-
into
you know-
that. When they get handed off from Fort Worth Center, they get handed off to regional approach, are usually between 20 and 30 miles from DFW.
You got your
Dude, I
chart
love
out,
you, but this is
plotting
the
over there, huh?
analogy I'm saying.
No, I'm familiar with the
Dude.
airspace that I fly in. So if
All
someone
right, hang
says they're 20 miles
love
out
you.
or they're 30 miles out, I know and what direction
Right.
they're coming from. I can look and tell you where they're at.
Yeah, you listen to the CTAF and they're supposed to be announcing their
Mike turns on Chinese radio here.
you want-
Frequency
Do
mode.
you want my perspective? Do you want my listen?
Let's hear it, Izzo. We don't have a
Do you want
choice.
my whole perspective on this.
Sure.
Okay, I love you, and we all care about
Yeah,
you. But
we
you know
care
what
about-
this is turning out to be? You're on a boat, and instead of having a flotation device, you want the rubber ducky with the big quack thing to hold you up if you have to fall into the water. I don't know if this is the right thing that's going to help you.
It is. So,
You understand my analogy?
yeah, absolutely. But what I'm
You're just
saying
gonna have to make a
you
video
want a
and prove the
PDF?
naysayers.
I'm either going to buy
You want
another
the PDF or you want the-
$200 radio to do the same thing that I'm going to use my $20 radio to do. Because I already
this
have a
sounds-
$200
Okay, but in the
radio
time of the
in
need-
the basket with me that I'm making the communication with. I just want to be able to hear something over my shoulder that something's coming up on me.
In the time of need, do you want the nice PFD or do you want
I
that?
don't depend on the extra
duck that goes
radio.
Quack.
I use the extra radio as an extra layer of caution. The primary is the one I paid a damn good money for.
And how fast is the plane going and everything else? And let's not start doing math here. Are you gonna have
Everything is
enough time
under
by the time you
200
hear it
knots. Yeah.
to react?
Everything is
Okay.
under 250 knots.
So you're talking about the prices. The Sporties SP200 handheld transceiver was $275 when it was released, and I can't hear it for shit.
I was gonna say the Yaesu FTA 550 is only $200, and I'm thinking that one might have dual receive on it.
Someone says dumpster fire chat
And I go back
rules.
to what Molson said. But I go back to what Molson said. Are you going to be able to hear the audio with that thing going? What do you call that thing?
Yes.
I think
The burn.
it sounds a lot to me like that ham radio operator who was pulled over by the cops who had the flashing lights on his car.
Mike
they
said, at
asked him,
least
he
we're
was-
talking about radio.
There we go.
Four-wheeler redneck says,
Quack flotation
"We're about the
devices.
Sidewinder missiles.
Hey, listen,
That's why I carry a roll of foil with me."
that's right.
Next week I'm gonna find that thing that goes around your waist with the quack duck. I swear I'm gonna wear that next week.
Hey, I know what it is. Shane,
That's your
just be
PFD.
honest. You're scared shitless that there's gonna be the Air Force is gonna scramble some jets because they see a balloon flying.
No, I'm not scared
You
at
want to
all.
please your case, say I'm an American
There's
citizen.
no reason. Because I talked to air traffic control before I launch. They know who I am. I have an N number. I'm just like a regular
Ham Radio
airplane.
Clubhouse. Here's my ID.
Here's my ham radio license. Don't you do it, son.
Am I ever?
He grabs the wrong radio.
Hey, and you know what? I could take that one that Chinese radio. If they're locked on to me, I could throw that thing out the balloon, and that might be a just like
a deterrent.
Deflect the missile.
James
It would
Bond
hit that
stuff.
Chinese radio and not
That's
hit
right.
my balloon.
That's right.
I will say it would be funny if he grabbed the wrong radio and called CQ.
Oh
air
God.
balloon.
And
There
then
would
he
be a
starts
pileup,
working
but not the
Carlos.
one that he
works
thought.
Carlos.
Yeah, no kidding. It's like I'm not trying to make contact with the United States Air Force.
At least not that kind of contact.
Yeah.
What was that?
What the hell was that? It wasn't me.
Sounded like a balloon.
It was
And you
empty
got the
glass.
soundboard open tonight.
I was about to
Oh,
say
she heard
who added the piss sounds to the stream last week? Because
Go,
I
Brett.
was editing the the podcast, and I'm like, what the hell is this? Oh, you sons of
Aha.
yeah.
It
That's what
wasn't
you do when
me
I step
last
away.
week.
Of course.
Rude.
Hey, that's what you get for stepping away.
Yeah, when you were justifying, it reminded me of that video on YouTube where the ham radio operator was pulled over by the cops, and he's like, "Why do you have lights?" He goes, "Because I'm in emergency services," and they're like, "Please explain." He's like, "Oh, I work for emergency services." He's like, "They're like, well, which one?"
Oh,
He's like, SARS, and the guy's got the
Tracy's.
badge.
Jeez.
He's got the badge. He's got the lights. He's got the computer, and he's a races guy. And it reminded me of that. It's just like, I need it. I need it because of the service. I need to be able to talk to air traffic control. So, anyways, but you should wear a badge too, Shane.
I
That's
will.
along
The hot air balloon police.
exactly.
You remember in school, the hall patrol? That's gonna be.
Oh Lord.
Oh yeah.
The orange
Hallmark.
belt.
But your hall. They're gonna call him Sky Patrol.
Screw you, Izzo.
I love
Aircraft flying over me. You're going too fast.
I just don't want to be hit.
You're invading my airspace.
That would be a bad day.
That would be a bad day.
That would be a
Listen.
bad day.
So
You-
TJS says Alinco DJ VX50T for $100. What is that?
Is that just a receiver? I looked at a Linko that
Yeah, what's the specs on that though? What's the specs on that? The Linko.
it received all the digital modes and everything. P25, DMR, D-Star, Nexton. But it was just a receiver. I don't know if that's it.
Because back in the day, a lot of those
Apes
Alinkos
found it.
would-
Abe called me out. I just want to show everybody else I got 2 radios in my basket. And the single radio mess.
Maybe that's what I need to do. Add some big antennas.
Hey, there you go. Yeah, so transceiver handheld band. So it's 2 meters, 70 centimeter HD with wideband receive, FM broadcast, AM aircraft, weather. Yeah, there you go for $100. Or you could get a cheap Chinese knockoff for 20 off AliExpress.
I go 20.
Not going to get you off that $20 radio, are we?
Nope. And I'm going to make a video of it. You'll see it.
And you should just claim you're doing research and development when you're transmitting.
Please pardon my spurious omissions.
No, Lord.
Here's the thing: you're
It's for
allowed.
science.
Hold on. As an extra, you're allowed to make your own transmitter in the States.
as
a
a
tech.
all you have to have is the tech license, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Just have to be
Okay,
licensed.
so if I can ask this here, do you have to get your radio certified?
It's experimental.
Okay.
But
So
you
you buy
can't. You can't knowingly interfere.
That's fine.
Knowingly.
So you buy this AliExpress, you open it up, you solder on a little LED light, and it's an experimental radio that you're going to test and check if it has spurious emissions.
right?
And then the ham police would get you on YouTube.
Yeah, but see, that's the problem. That's the problem. When you set the precedent, that you can build your own transmitter or transceiver, right? You can do that.
Mm-hmm.
So you kind of, to some degree, and you can have this experimental cap. They do the same thing with aircrafts, man. Right? They do it all the time. They make an airplane experimental, so they don't have to get through the same regulations. So
They still have to be licensed.
yeah, but it's a whole separate level of approvals and everything else like that for the aircraft, right? So for your transmitter,
we know a guy who can take care of the documentation on that.
Mike says it's all to enhance radio art. I agree. My interference is very artful. My radio waves do like that.
yeah. So Jay Baker is saying as long as you have the privileges for the bands, yeah, for sure. Your licensed ham radio operator, you're transmitting within your bands. That's Now if I was in the States, I'd be able to build my own transmitter or transceiver, right?
Mm-hmm.
Verify I'm not doing spurious, emissions on everything, and then I'm good to go, right? So then you buy this radio off Alibaba, you improve it, modify it, and then you test it for spurious emissions, and it's a usable radio, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
If you put something into it. So I don't know. That's my
Okay.
And if you get caught, what do you say? I didn't know.
But the reason, Hayden tested it, and on the second harmonic, it doesn't meet Part 97 of requirements, so it's a receive only radio. You can't transmit. You can. I won't. I won't transmit on it. That's just me though. Until they clean it up.
If Dr. Emmett Brown can take a DeLorean and experiment with a DeLorean and make that thing at 85 miles an hour through that flux capacitor go bing, bang, bang, boom, into the future and into the past, you can too.
Mike says he has all the privileges for all the spurious emissions because Mike's an extra.
Talking about spurious emissions, I was hanging out in somebody else's chat and video the other day, and lo and behold, there's actual uses that hams use the spurious emission to test their microwave equipment.
Wow.
Yeah. Yep.
Tell us more, Father Joe.
I just remember something about they'll key up a Baofeng to trigger the receiver to test the sensitivity of the receivers for the microwaves. Something like that.
Is he being serious?
Yeah. As serious as they was being. I don't know.
Look at this.
Sorry, Joe. I
feel like we're sitting on Joe's front. I feel like we're sitting on Joe's front porch right now, and it's like,
yeah,
spurious emissions with Joe Brad.
Well, if we're sitting on Joe's front porch, we're all missing a drink because that's usually where we end up drinking at Huntsville.
Right.
Yeah, so Ron says I don't think you can transmit. Yeah, we're not saying transmit spurious emissions. We're just talking about the FCC certification or whatever, right? I'm not.
It still has to be.
It's a backdoor, right? Like, so you buy a radio, you test it, and then some hams will be like, "Is it approved? Are we allowed to?" And
how many of us own Baofengs?
I don't.
Well, sometimes that back door will get you in trouble. So
my TID radio is supposed to be Part 97 approved.
Well, there was a mix-up somewhere. Somebody forgot.
Paperwork got lost in the shuffle.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all. I got tongue twisted. Y'all about ready to tie it up?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm ready.
All right, we'll go around the room. Daniel, I know we're not going to see any videos from you, so what's coming up from you?
Well, first off, UConn men, congratulations last night. NCAA men's champions. They played a great game against San Diego. San Diego was a good game, guys. We're excited because we got one of the one of the Rugrats will be going to Yukon and everything. So we're excited about that. But congratulations to the boys. They did a fantastic year. But last night, and it was sweet last night. So played some POTA last week. Did a little on the casual side. Only made 33, but I had fun. It was fun talking to a lot of veterans and friends. And it's always nice when they shout out you, give you a shout out and call you and say thank you. And it was fun. The bands were mez, but so I got rain tomorrow, rain on Thursday.
The sun was being spurious.
Yeah.
Yes,
sun was
it was.
giving off
We're just going to
spurious
leave it at
emissions.
that. We're not. Yes. And the sun can do whatever she wants to do, and let's not even go there anymore, right?
Mhm.
That's all I got. So.
Jody. We tried, man. We tried.
We'll try.
All right, Steve, up to you, buddy.
Yep. Like I said, I've got some plans for this weekend. So I may not get videos filmed, but coming soon, we'll have some. But trailer's almost done. I actually got to reach out to Gigaparts and find out where my batteries are. So
That's tragic. It's probably where my radio's at.
They on the boat.
They're on the boat.
Stuck in the canal.
Stuck in port.
probably it.
Stuck in port.
Right? Joe Brett, buddy.
Man, I'm going to do some more, of course, with these POCs and some ham radio and eventually on my own time. In the meantime, y'all can watch all the other big YouTubers. But until then, I'll see you again next Tuesday night. Love y'all.
All right, that's it, my friend. We got Dayton Hamvention coming up May 19th, 20th, and 21st. There's going to be a ton of YouTube folks that are going to be there. I know Mike and Jason and Kyle, and they're all making plans to be up there. So if you're going to Dayton,
Dude, you didn't let Molson say anything.
That's because he never does say
Molson
anything.
say goodnight. Let him say goodnight.
And I'm not done yet, Izzo. I'm in the top left.
All right, ladies.
Molson knows how to move everybody around the room. Just remember that. He can move people.
Right. I'm trying to go to Jason's deer lease tomorrow to put an antenna up. So if that happens, then I will. It is the. Oh, I'm not going to tell you.
Antenna?
I'm not going to tell you. You have to wait for the video.
He's already told us.
Many times too, because I've had the damn thing for like 4 months, but I haven't had the weather to go out there and put it up. So that'll be fun.
That Baofeng HF antenna, right?
Yeah, it's a Baofeng HF antenna.
How much spurious emissions is it going to put out?
It's a 4-band vertical. I'll just leave it at that with no radials. I'll have a video for that. Yep. It's not going to beat your 4-element step IR, Steve. Don't get excited.
Yeah, I'm not worried about that.
But that's all for me.
But a contact is a contact.
Exactly.
Yes, it
So
is.
I'm going to say we'll let Molson go last, buddy. What you got coming up? What's next on We Build, We Learn? Who keeps moving shit around?
Not me.
Listen,
My hands are over here.
I got
fun.
nothing to offer, but over the last 2 hours, I've come up with I've learned a lesson. And it's don't let your dog take a deuce on the neighbor's lawn. If you don't want to get called out. Okay, if you don't want to get called
Hey,
out,
don't put
take a
snow
deuce
in
on
the
the
street.
Right?
And don't be an ultra crepidarian. Okay, do you know what that is? Someone who has
I
an
do
opinion
now.
on something they have no friggin' clue about. Okay, so it has nothing to do with any of our lovely viewers. So we have
So
like
should
5
I-
conversations at the same time.
Yeah, exactly. All right. So
We're here and
should
everywhere.
should I hit the button?
Turn that
Yeah.
VFO dial.
Ah,
Hit it.
Do
Bye.
it.
see ya.
See you next week. 7 threes.
See ya.
Hope you have a good night, Bo.
Most important.